Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Jeremy, and I just wanted to say thanks very much for joining me today, and say I'm extremely excited about some of the great stuff we've got to share with you today. And look, and just bear with me for a second. I'm just going to try and figure out how to share my screen for this webinar. I'm not really a webinar guru at this, so I'll get these slides up for you rather than having to check out this ugly mug for the entire session. So bear with me for a second, and I will get the ball rolling. So let's just get rid of me here. Well, it's done as many a little bit smaller. Let's get a move on. Nearly done. All right, so let's go back. Great start, Jeremy, well done. So the webinar is how to make your first million without all the mistakes. Really pumped about it. Like I said, my name is Jeremy K. Streeter, and I really appreciate you joining me here today. And as a little bonus, I'm going to give you my private cheat sheet. 10 ways to get branded like a celebrity that no one will tell you. Sound good, right? It is. This cheat sheet will give you the best insider tips to get you fast track to rock star status in your industry quicker and easier than you ever thought possible. If you want a copy, please just stick around until the very end, because I'll tell you how you can get your very own copy. And also, don't worry about trying to take heaps and heaps of notes. I'll show you how to get a copy of the slides and notes at the end of today's workshop. So look, like I said before, I'm really excited about today's webinar, and here is a bit more of a taste of what you are going to receive throughout the presentation. Firstly, I will show you what the super wealthy look for in a joint venture partner. Secondly, I'll share how you can have a continuous tap of capital for your projects. And thirdly, what's more, I will reveal the counterintuitive way to get insider access to celebrities and industry leaders, which will send your personal brand through the roof, regardless of the industry you're in or what stage your business is at. Okay, my promise to you is you'll have pages of tools and strategies you can implement straight away and see immediate results. I have some really awesome secrets I want to share with you that those already on the inside don't want you to know about. But there's a catch, one little catch. You knew it was coming, right? The fine print. Well, look, it's really simple. You have to take action. You have to implement the strategies and tools for the results to come in. Does it sound fair? Have we got a deal? Great. Well, let's kick this off. See, that's a guy kicking a ball. Cool, hey? Like I said, my name is Jeremy K. Streeter, and I'm the founding owner of the Intelligent Millionaires Network, Sydney. I'm also an international speaker, having spoken on many stages all over Australia and the world to thousands of entrepreneurs. I've shared the stage with the super rich, the world leaders, and mega star A-list celebrities alike. And now I focus on helping entrepreneurs achieve their first million, their first 10 million, or even their first 100 million in business by surrounding them with the right people who have already achieved that level of success and made the mistakes along the way so you don't have to. Now, look, here is why this training is important. We have helped hundreds of people just like you to increase their sales, increase their profits, boost their personal profile and brand authority within their industry to levels they never, ever thought possible. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 secrets about business and branding that will get you to 7 figures in record time. So let's talk about my first tip. That is what the mega wealthy look for in a joint venture or investment partner. Now, look, let me start by saying the main point you would have been told to focus on by all the experts in the past is the ROI, the return on investment that you're going to provide to the investor, that percentage, that magic number that will tell them how rich they're going to get to be after partnering with you. Well, guess what? It's wrong. I can tell you firsthand that is not, and I'll say it again, that is not the most important thing the mega wealthy look for. Remember, they're already rich. They don't need your project. You need them. So what is it? What is the key that they look for? Authenticity. Authenticity means being genuine and true to yourself. Simple as that. People do business with people they know, that they like, and people they trust. Now, The more authentic you are when you're interacting with someone, the quicker that trust and relationship can be built. Now, look, having said that, of course, you also need to know your numbers. You need to show confidence and clarity in your figures when you're being asked about the opportunity. Now, look, while we're on this subject, here's a little gold nugget for you. So write this one down. No round numbers. Round numbers are a dead giveaway that you're either unsure, you're not confident, or you're just plain making stuff up. Knowing your numbers to the decimal point shows you're a true professional. It shows you have done the hard yards, and it goes a really, really long way to building confidence and trust with your investor. Does that sound cool? Makes sense, doesn't it? Right. Well, next let's talk about raising capital. How do you get to a point where you'll always have capital at your disposal no matter what the deal, what the opportunity, or where you're at? Well, look, first off, it has to start with you. How much have you invested in yourself and or your businesses? If you're not willing to put the dollars on the line and back yourself, well, why should anyone else? You know, it shows you're 100% committed to succeeding if you're already committed financially too. You also need to have a clear vision of what it is you're trying to achieve. And the more precise and concise you can explain that vision, the more successful you're going to be in maintaining the interest of the investor from the very onset, right from the start. Look, the old saying, you only get one chance to make a good first impression, it's never more true or important when you're trying to raise capital and find partners willing to invest in you. Now, I said invest in you intentionally. The project you have or the product you're trying to sell, the ROI, remember that you're promising the investor, that is nowhere near as important as your ability to sell you. Remember what I just said before a few moments ago. People do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. So with that, let's drill down a little bit deeper on that point by me asking you a question. If building a relationship based on authenticity, like I said, is the number one factor in the mega wealthy partnering with you, would you then go and pitch to them the moment you first met? Well, the answer is a big fat no. What is your impression of someone going to be within, if within the first 5 minutes of them meeting you, they're asking you for money? Not too good, right? Well, look, it's the exact same thing. And I apologize that picture is in US dollars. You know how hard it is to try and find a photo with Aussie dollars. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here now. Now, where were we? Yeah, look, it's a balancing act though. You see, the mega wealthy value one thing above everything else: their time. Their time. You can always get more money, but you can never get more time. And the wealthy have that at the forefront of everything they do. So the best way you can honor that precious resource that they've just given you in their time is to provide some sort of value to their life. Now, I know what you're saying. How do you do that when they're already so rich and have access to whatever they already want? Well, look, value is perceived in many different forms. So, for example, what if you research this mega wealthy person and found that they are extremely passionate about a certain cause or have a foundation that they have set up to support a charity? Would offering to volunteer your time or your resources to that foundation add value to them? You better believe it would. Now, what if you had a connection, for example, with a number one rating podcast, and you could get your target investor or business partner or joint venture partner an interview on that podcast to get them free publicity and exposure, not explosion. You wouldn't want to explode them. Exposure. Would that add value to their life? Absolutely. Yes, it would. As I said, look, value is perceived in many different forms. And the more value you can bring, the quicker that trust is built. And sure enough, they will want to know what you do. Before you know it, they will be asking you things like, so what are you working on? And more importantly, how can I help? then you have the permission to sell you and your projects or your business. And with that permission comes power and authority. Your chances of them investing with you have gone up 10x, 10 times, because they asked you. So it's in their head already. It's their idea that they've asked you. You didn't pitch to them. Look, it all comes down to one thing: relationships. Relationships are the key. Relationships are the secret sauce to fast tracking your success. The more relationships you can build, respect, and nurture, the more opportunities will come flooding in, and the quicker that 7 figures will be yours. Now, look, I promised you 3 secrets and tips. So here's the third. Where were we? All right. How to get insider access to industry leaders and celebrities, which will, of course, then send your personal brand through the roof. Now, the quickest way to build your little black book of celebrities and leaders is, again, through adding value to them. And what is the number one value that people in this position are after? It's exposure, good publicity, and validation. So how do you give them that? You know, especially if you have just started in your entrepreneurial journey. Well, it's pretty simple. You interview them. Look, it doesn't matter if you're a journalist for, like a major media outlet or not. It doesn't matter. You can interview them via phone. You can do it via Zoom call or email. Then you publish your interview on your website or on your blog if you've got one. Maybe you've got a podcast, or even you just publish the interview as a post in your LinkedIn or Facebook business pages. See, every time you do that, it adds to their brand. Their SEO, which is their search engine optimization, if you're not sure what that is, or their Google searchability, in other words, it increases. And with it, so does their exposure and their credibility. Now, are you going to go out and interview a major A-list superstar like Mel Gibson straight off the bat? No, probably not. I mean, you can send an email to his people and always ask, but, look, start off with leaders and authorities in your industry, and then start working your way up the ladder from there. Because before you know it, you'll be absolutely amazed and surprised at the people you're gaining access to when you build a track record of providing value to them through great content. Does it sound fair? It's pretty straightforward, yeah? But sometimes you just need people to point it out to you. Look, another way is to become a speaker yourself. This positions you as an authority and an expert in your field. And the more opportunities you say yes to, the more stages you speak on, the more people you get in front of, the more doors open for you. And soon you'll be at larger venues, sharing the stage with celebrities and public figures and industry leaders alike. Now, when this happens, you get to leverage the credibility of those big names to bolster your own reputation and standing. For example, you say things like, share the stage with major celebrities like Mel Gibson, for example. Does it sound impressive? Well, look, I mean, it may not to you, but to your clients it does. And that's the most important thing, because your clients are the most important thing when you are running a business. And the more impressed by you that they are, the more you can charge for your products and your services. It's called branding by association, and is an extremely powerful tool to really skyrocket your results. Look, whilst we're on the subject of branding, here's another one of these little gold nuggets that you might want to write down. See, there are journalists and media outlets all over the globe. They're always hungry, and they're always looking for people of interest and industry authorities, which you now are because of this stage time and everything else, and these interviews. They want to interview them for content. So now you become the interviewee instead of the interviewer. And this is when your celebrity status really takes off. So check out a couple of these websites for yourselves: www.sourcebottle.com and helpareporter.com. So write those ones down: sourcebottle.com and helpareporter.com. Some people, it's also known as Harrow, that one. Excuse me. Both platforms, they provide journalists and media outlets with a database of sources for upcoming stories and articles, and opportunities for sources, which is you, to secure very valuable media coverage. And the best part about it all, they are free. That's right, they're free. Now, how awesome is that? How much of an impact on your business would it have if you can then add the words "as seen on" or "as featured in" to your marketing copy, especially when your competitors don't have that. Now, what I've shared with you is just some of the content we cover, some of those VIP secrets we reveal inside the Intelligent Millionaires Network, Sydney. So, right, let's recap everything you've discovered today. First, we talked about what it is that the mega wealthy look for when finding a joint venture partner. And remember what I said, it is not the ROI. Throw that idea out. It's not the ROI. You'll also learn some of the secrets of how to raise capital for your projects, with authenticity being paramount in every dealing that you have. Everything you do, being authentic and being you is extremely refreshing in the business world, I can tell you now. And finally, we learned a couple of gold nuggets on how to get inside access to celebrities and leaders, industry leaders alike. So let me ask you, I know we had limited time together, and given that time we had, I do a good job of giving you stuff that even if you left this room right now, you could use straight away to help boost your sales, boost your personal brand, and get you to that 7 figures quicker? Let me know in the chat by saying yes or no if I didn't. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, absolutely. Great. Awesome. Right, can I ask you this? Did I earn the right to spend a few minutes talking about how you can work with me and many others by getting inside the Intelligent Millionaires Network Sydney, or IMN Sydney, as we like to call it? Now, look, I need to make it really clear here. This is not for everyone. It's only for those who are prepared to work. You need to implement the tools shown and take action. Only then will the results come in. Sound fair? Awesome. Now, look, for example, using the secrets and the resources within IMN Sydney, I've had the opportunity to share the stage with massive A-list celebrities all over the world. I've been featured in international magazines, been interviewed on global radio shows, and like #1 rated iTunes podcasts in the world. Here's just a couple of the happy snaps and the adventures I've had recently. Implementing exactly these strategies in IMN that we teach. Look, and many other members have had the same opportunities and more. And these opportunities, they've translated into massive results for their businesses really quickly. If you don't know who that is, that's Steve Wozniak, co-founder and the genius behind Apple. #1 rating podcast in the world there. John Travolta, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Now, look, take Rob, for example. I was talking about many other members and their results. Take Rob. After just a few short months of joining IMN Sydney, he has generated another 120 grand of revenue for his business. Let's hear what Rob has to say. Good on you. Thanks, Rob. You're a legend, mate. Extremely well-connected guy in Sydney with a multitude of businesses and an absolute asset to know and network with. What about Sam, for example? Now, Sam had the opportunity to speak on stage at one of our meetings, and after just a short 10-minute presentation, gained 16 new clients. 16 new clients. Now, what would that look like in your bank account? Would it be 16 grand? What about 160 grand? What if a client's worth 100,000 to you? Maybe that's 1.6 million bucks of new revenue. Another example, Ethan, with the help from the connections he made at the Intelligent Millionaires Network, Ethan managed to achieve the #1 Amazon bestseller status with his latest book. Again, what would that do for your branding and what would that do for your business? Now, look, yes, there is a small investment, but as you can see, there, from just some of the success stories I've shared, sorry, I was just getting a little bit sidetracked there. From just some of the success stories we shared, where am I at? Geez, I lost track of it. Sorry about that. I'm trying to think. The success stories. How can I forget about the success stories? Life-changing results are being achieved within weeks and months of people joining, not years like you may expect. Now, I'm not going to get a used car salesman on you. Okay, so don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying can help you achieve that first million in your business. Now, look, maybe you're here saying, it sounds great, Jez, but it's not really the right time. I need to get, this thing sorted. I need to get that sorted first, then I'll get started. Look, whenever is the right time to start something new. Here's the thing. Remember what I said earlier. You can always get more money, but you can never get more time. You can always get more money, but you can never get more time. I've been coached by some of the best business minds in the world, spoke with countless millionaires and billionaires, and all of them, and I mean all of them, have told me the same things. Actually, in fact, grab a pen and write these down because I haven't done slides for these. It's just sort of, like I said, I've got a bit sidetracked, and this is just shot to the front of my mind while I'm talking to you here. So grab a pen. Right. Like I said, these millionaires and billionaires, I've spoken with countless of them and all these business coaches, and they all tell me the same thing. The first thing is every day you delay adds a week to your finish line. Every week adds a month, and every month adds a year. So think about that. That's not fluff. It's fact. They all tell me that same thing. And look, and how many times have you heard yourself say, oh, I wish I started that sooner, or, imagine if I'd done that a year ago, how much would I have now? The world waits for no one, including you and I. Now, the second thing, what was it? I should have done these in the slides. The second thing they all say is take action every day. I've already said it before. Take action every day. They all say that. And the third thing that I hear them say all the time to me is say yes, then work out the how later. Because the moment you say no, that door closes and it may never open again. Yeah, I know, Jeremy, that's cool. But, maybe you're saying, oh, I'll just work a little bit harder in my job. I'll save more money and then I'll do it. Yep. That's just another excuse. And I've heard them all. In fact, I've said all of those excuses myself. And it wasn't until my business coach called me out on all my excuses and called bullshit on them, pardon the French, only then did I realize that he was actually right. No one had ever called me out on it before. And the only thing holding me back from achieving everything I ever dreamed of was my excuses. Nothing else. Wasn't a lack of money. Wasn't the government changing rules or regulations or whatever. It wasn't my family and my friends. Just excuses. And while we're on it, I say this when people ask, what keeps me focused and driven. And write this one down. When your self-belief outweighs your excuses, you cannot fail. When your self-belief, your belief in yourself, outweighs your excuses, you cannot fail. Cool? Am I getting through? I hope so. Hope so. If anything, I hope I'm getting through. So look, here's what you're getting when you invest in yourself and when you join this amazing group of millionaires and entrepreneurs. You get the Intelligent Millionaires Network Sydney. This is a 12-month access to all of our monthly meetings in Sydney. It's where all of our members get together each month. They network, they collaborate. It's a collaborative environment, not a competitive environment. And that's the massive difference. We form new business ventures and partnerships and relationships. At these meetings, we also bring in local and international millionaires and public figures to share their stories about what got them to where they are today and give you the opportunity to mingle and add them into your network. Now, this membership usually sells for $1,397. Now, I'm sure you know of, or you've probably even been a member of other business networks that sell for double that, triple, even 10 times that amount. I know I have, but those networks don't even do half of what you're going to get at IMN Sydney. You see, like I said, it normally sells for $13.97. However, if you join the Intelligent Millionaires Network Sydney today, you won't be paying $13.97. You're not going to pay $997 or even $897. Instead, if you order today, you not only get access to IMN Sydney for 12 months, but we're going to give you access to every other IMN meeting at all our other venues around Australia and the world. That's right, we've got exclusive clubs all over the world that meet monthly, and you get VIP access to every single event at every single location all over the world. 25 countries, 34 cities, all around the globe, filled with thousands of entrepreneurs and investors. And they're all looking to find deals. They're all looking to find JV partners and or invest in new business ideas. You get to showcase your business. You get to showcase your project or your idea to all of them. So when you order today, you'll get 12-month access to IMN Sydney and the IMN Global Networks, all for just $697. That's right, $697. Plus, we're not done. You'll get a second membership for your spouse or your business partner for free. So it's not $697 for one, it's $697 for two memberships. So you're going to get 12 months access to IMN Sydney, valued at $13.97, plus the 12 months access to IMN globally, valued at $13.97, plus you're getting a second membership for your spouse or your business partner. Obviously, that's $2,794, a total value of $5,588 that you are getting for just $697. But I've skipped ahead. There's another bonus, and we're going to hand you even more of it today. Wow, I sound like a guy with a steak knives, but look, it's true. If you act right now, you get our incredible business strategy session, which is valued at $497. Now, this business strategy session, this is going to accelerate your business in three ways. Firstly, it identifies the biggest business challenge you face in your business right now. Secondly, we'll give you a strategy to solve it right there on the call, not a week later, right there on the call that you can take away. And thirdly, we'll give you a step-by-step blueprint how to accelerate your business success. But there's one last bonus because we like to over-deliver. That's why you're getting the IMN Business Blueprint. This is 22 chapters of business coaching and strategies that we put together by the world's #1 wealth coach. And it's all designed to give you the step-by-step methods to achieving your first 7 or your 8 or even your first 9 figures in business. Now, this normally sells for $997 on its own as well. But it's all yours when you join IMN Sydney today. All of it. So let's recap everything you are getting for taking action today. IMN Sydney 12-month access, $13.97. The IMN 12-month global access for $13.97. The spouse or business partner membership is $2,794. The 45-minute business strategy session for $497. And the IMN Business Blueprint for $997. Excuse me, and there's something I've missed off there as well. Access to the members only global closed Facebook group. So every member that's around the world, you've got their contact details straight away. That is valuable, priceless in itself. It really is, because people of this stature, they really keep their identity to themselves. Total real world value is $7,082. So for the price of the Intelligent Millionaires Network, membership is $13.97. And the price for all those bonuses I've listed is $5,685. However, if you get your Ironman Sydney membership today, you save a total of $6,385 and get everything for just $697. That's it. The final public price is $697 if you act right now, if you take action today. So that's it. A special today only offer, $697. Get started here. Click that link right there. We'll take you through to getting there. And I really, really look forward to you getting started with IMN and meeting you face-to-face and learning more about your business and how we can really accelerate you to those goals that you are after. I really want to thank you for joining me here today. It's been an absolute pleasure. I apologize for me stumbling and stuttering through it. I did it as best I could, and I hope I got my message across, and I hope you really took some gold nuggets out today that, like I said, you can implement straight away, but it's up to you. It really is up to you. You have to take action. I can give all this discounts, I can give you all this information, but you have to take action. So once again, thanks very much for that. Click this link here, get started, and I will see you very, very soon. Thank you very much for that. Bye for now.